Hey everybody, thank you for coming out. This is awesome for us. We love sticking shit in cement, so this is perfect for us. This is an honor. I'm way into things like this, ladies and gentlemen. People are, when they presented this to me, they're like, "You sure you want to do this?" Or it's like, "Are you kidding me? This is what I lived to do. I did all that other shit so that people would say, hey, put your hands in something." So like, this means the world to me, man. It's a very busy weekend here at Comic-Con, but this is the first moment I've had to breathe, so I'm gonna breathe and enjoy this, man. This happens like once in a lifetime. Never imagined it would happen to us. San Diego's a big city for us. It's always been really good to us. We've been coming here for 24 years, since con in 1995 when we brought Mallrats to Horton Plaza and stuff. We did our test screenings with James Bob back here, where we got our best test screening results ever back in 2001. I've been here for con with them many, many years. This city is in my DNA and in my genetics at this point. Woo! So to know that there's a little piece of us gonna stick behind even when we're not here in town is thrilling. I don't know why he does all this, but I do all of this so that one day when I'm fucking dead, people won't forget I was here. This is really gonna help, man. So, I look forward to it. What about you, sir?
I mean, you said everything. I'm super excited about it. Walking by the one in LA all the time, I look at all the handprints and put my hands in there and say, this could be me one day, and here it is.
It is, 25 years ago, we started doing this together. We've known each other 30 years, we've been standing next to each other professionally and personally for 30 years. But 25 years ago, we were like, hey, let's try this movie thing, let's give it a shot. Never imagining that our characters would travel as far as they've done. Like, James and Bob have given us the world. They've taken us everywhere. They've taken us places that I would have only read about in books, were it not for the fact that the world has been so accommodating to us. So to be able to still pull on a backwards baseball cap and say nothing, which is the height of non-talent, and to be honored for that, that's America, ladies and gentlemen. So this means the absolute world. Before I destroy this further, perhaps we should get into this. I'm ready to put my hands into something. Let's do this. I'm so afraid of fucking up. How much cement do you have?
Guys, look up one side.
Damn it. Here we go.
Together, guys, together, Jason. Look up. There you go. Stand the shade a bit. There you go. Hold that right there. Right here, guys. Right in the center, please.
He's writing silently.
I want to flick it.
I think it might turn out, I think, okay. Wow, I didn't even clean mine. Can you understand how much I do?
Oh my God, I'm really happy with it. Don't be talking about it. You're right. You got it? Fair enough.
William, hold you guys right over here. Okay. Hold that right there. Guys, together right there. Hold that one second. And one more time together right there. Hold that little smile. Right at the middle.
It was difficult. I think mine's neater than yours.
It is. You did better. I don't even know if you can read. But again, I added little touches, I add my kid's name here and the, smiley face. But
He put his kid's name in the cement, man. What a good dad. This, as I said before, honestly, this means the world to me. Like, I will hear from my mother later on tonight, and she'll be like, Tiger, you put your name in cement. And I'll be like, yeah, that was because of the good folks at Legion M. Thank you to our partners at Legion M.
All right, Kevin, so it's been 18 years since we last saw Jay and Silent Bob. Obviously, a lot has happened in that time. Why is now the right time to bring these characters back? And since it's been so long, how do you think that type of comedy is going to resonate now 20 years later and in light of the Me Too movement and increased sensitivity in Hollywood?
I think in terms of Me Too, our movie's way safe. It's a fairly feminist-heavy flick. So I'm not worried about that one iota. Am I worried about how it'll play with a current audience? Not necessarily. We're not going mainstream, right? So I don't have to worry about getting your mom or getting that person's son or something like that. I just have to worry about the cats who have liked our stuff from the beginning, and we have a nice size audience. That's why we keep the movies kind of small and tight like that. So in a world where the budget's kind of low, we don't have to get everybody. We just have to get the people that like this crap to begin with. And there are people that grew up with this crap. Like, just like we grew up making this crap, there are people that grew up watching this crap, and it's a part of their DNA. So I've designed this thing, work smarter, not harder. So I wasn't like, let's make a movie and then go after the world. Like, I've had 25 years to know the world doesn't need Jay and Silent Bob. Only some people do. So we just kind of go after those people and make them very, very happy. Like, we put our tickets on sale for a Reboot Roadshow Reboot Tour. Reboot Roadshow Tour, I said it wrong. And like, we've sold out of like a lot of our dates already in one day. So that's who we're going to. And really what I'm most interested in, if I was trying to get anybody outside our world, I'm just curious to see if we'll get the kids of the parents. Like, people that grew up watching us have children who have like now started exposing their kids to the movies. Like, I watched Mallrats with my dad when I was a kid. I'm curious to see if they'll come together to it. I mean, number one, that'd be great for the box office, but number two, just as a storyteller, to be able to bring together a couple generations to enjoy your stuff. Usually you have to work clean to do that. It has to be family fare. But be able to bring together multiple generations in a movie where the dude's tucking his dick back and everyone's cursing their full heads off and whatnot, that's a magic trick, and that's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in making money anymore because I'm not good at it. I'm just interested in magic tricks. Like, let me see if I could do this. It's all about that. Like, is this possible? Because those little things, that's what makes your legend. Nobody remembers the box office but you. You know what they remember? Shit like, that guy said he was going to make a movie about a man who turns another man into a walrus, and he fucking did it. And it had Johnny Depp in it. Like, you just got to impress them, because a lot of people follow the path that you're blazing. Like a lot of people are like, hey, if he can do that, maybe I could do this. That's how I got here. I saw Richard Linklater make Slacker, and I was like, well, if he could do that, maybe I could do my thing. So, the older you get and the more time you spend in this business, you realize it's not ever just about you anymore. It's very masturbatory. I like making these movies because it's all about pleasing me. But at the same time, there's a long tail, and people are listening and getting inspired by it and starting their journeys. And there's a weird little responsibility to it.
Great. Well, we're certainly glad to be a part of the journey. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.